Welcome back to part 2 of my first time doing diamond art. Just completed from where I left off last time.
My hands are just so jittery because I didn't eat. Where have I put my glasses as well? I've forgotten to put my glasses on.
Quite a regular thing for me to do. Sometimes I do forget to eat, and it means that my hands and my body start shaking and I lose focus. And so, yeah, I need to grab something quite quickly and eat that. I think this day in particular, it was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon and I hadn't had anything to eat at all, but we get on with it. Admission from last time as well. So on my first video, I mentioned that there was a bag of beads missing, so that I wasn't able to do the rest of the sky and the rest of the letters. But it turns out when I went through the bags, I must have put it down and misplaced it. I did message the people straight afterwards and apologised for the fact that I'd got it wrong. And actually, the bag of beads were there. So, yeah, they were absolutely fine about it. I said, don't worry about it. Just don't send me the new ones through. Whoops, my mistake on that one. This whole piece of diamond art, bear in mind it was 30 by 40, took me around about 17 hours to do. By no means are diamond art pieces fast to do. They're really not, and it's worth knowing that before you start. The amount of times that I spilt beads as well, I had one tray and I had pick up one bead at a time to go on there, and the comments on the previous one were really nice that people do actually use the one tray. I think if I was going to do this again, I would use multiple trays. I've already been eyeing up a few different things that I can do to make this a regular thing that I can do with multiple trays. You've got pens that have got holders that can reel them off and have like 10 at a time. You've also got ones that can pick up 5 or 6 at a time, so that when you've got a bulk area, you can just lay them all at the same time. It's one of those. You can either go all in, get all of the kit and caboodle, or just use what you've got. This was absolutely fine to use what you've got, but you can go a little bit OTT on it. So yeah, this did take quite some time. I left the plastic on there. I didn't bother cutting it anymore. I just thought that was a complete waste of my time. There was different beads in different areas because of the pictures. There was some of this colour bead at the top, some of it at the bottom. So you'll see me turning the paper around various different times. I say paper, I mean canvas. So yeah, just kind of working your way through it. The other reason this has taken me so long to put together is I recorded this over several different sessions. And through those sessions, I went to load them onto my computer and I got a bit confused on what order they were in and where they went. So, admittingly, you've got a small section of what I've done on here because I don't know where the rest of them went and I couldn't quite find them. So, yeah, apologies about that, but I still get it done. You'll see the final picture at the end. And I really did want to be able to put this on here and say, if anybody wants it, you can have it. But my cat decided to go outside and play in the mud, and when she came in, she put her beautifully dirty paws all over the nice white bits there as well around the edges. So yeah, ended up a little bit dirty on that bit. As well as that, some of these beads were falling off and moving quite a bit as well. So whether that's because it's a cheap one, I'm not sure. Maybe some of you experts can let me know in here whether that's quite standard. But I did find where my hand was resting on the beads that sometimes they would move out of position. And sometimes I'd find a little random one next to me, and it's because it had kind of been pulled off of there. I'm using the tray to push it down. So I put the plastic back over, used the tray to squish it down and make sure those beads were firmly on there. But as I said, some of them still did kind of come up a little bit. All in all, this was great fun to do. It really was. It was enjoyable. It was quite relaxing. I was, overthinking certain bits of it, and it was at times a little bit tedious when you're sitting there doing the same colour. And then, yeah, it was fun. The amount of times, though, I dropped those beads, they just went absolutely everywhere, as expected. Can't be helped. It was really sticky trying to pull that plastic off. I think because when I pulled it off and I put it back down, I think I really squished it down and it just got like super stuck. Time to change the beads. This is where you think you've only got a couple that you need. It turns out you need a lot more than that. Such a beautiful picture though. And now that it's complete, you can just see the whole thing sparkle. It just looks incredible. Quite proud of myself for completing something like this, actually. If I didn't have a purpose to do it, I probably would have stopped ages ago. But because I needed to put it up to show you guys what it looks like and my experience through it, it spurred me on quite a bit, actually. And it kept me going, just knowing that I've got an end, I've got something I've got to do, and I've got a reason to complete it. So that was nice. Just filling in the dark blue sky. It's amazing how many different colours actually make these up. I did find the pen a little bit frustrating. I put the wax on it, so I don't know if anybody's got any advice that they can give me here. I put the wax on the pen. The first time that I done it, it was fine picking up the beads, but after multiple times, I found that I was pushing the pen into the wax and it was coming off on the beads. So I don't know whether that's normal. I also find that sometimes I push the wax into the pen and it just wasn't picking any of the beads up. So I don't know if anybody's got any advice for me on that one, whether there's something I can do differently, something I was doing, or whether it's just the pen again being a cheap kit. As mentioned in the first one, this was just £5 off of Amazon. You know, for the 17 hours that it took me to do, it's a bargain. £5 for 17 hours of entertainment. Can't really go wrong there, can you? It absolutely transforms it and brings it to life. I was lucky enough to be able to get time to do this. This was a time where the kids were half term, so they were off at their youth clubs and various different activities throughout the day. So after I finished work, I was able to just chill, get my beads out and have a little time to myself. Good timing on my part, really. Absolutely genius with the tray as well, the way they've designed this. My tray was a little bit shallow, I felt. I think there could be different trays available for the beads. It was a little bit shallow in the sense that sometimes you'd shake them and they wouldn't always sit flat, and I had to just do little bits at a time. So I've seen a couple of videos where you shake it and you sort of tip the tray and they all kind of collect, but this one I wasn't really able to. I might have mentioned in the first one as well, these are the round beads. The square beads are quite different. I find these ones, I didn't do much research on it beforehand before I took it, but for me, when I was using these, they shimmered. Anything that sparkles, I'm like a magpie. Anything that sparkles, I love it. Absolutely adore it. So I'm just kind of lifting it up, seeing if I've missed anywhere. I did. I ended up missing absolutely loads, I saw towards the end. On those final little bits when you put the last little gems on, and you just see loads of little gaps. So no matter how careful I was looking through for the final little bits on this, it still ended up being a situation where I just had loads of gaps absolutely everywhere. Couldn't really get past that one. That's where, like, next time I said I probably would have multiple trays. I know it's possible to do it with one, but if you finish one and just have a little tray of leftovers, so that when you go through, you see those gaps. Ah, right, okay, take one of those, fill that in. Mind you, saying that, I was missing whole sections, entire sections. It wasn't always just the one dot that was missing. It was great big gaps of them. You can see I'm getting a little bit bored here. Head resting on hand. And just double checking what I'm doing. The amount of times I forgot what letter I was doing and what one I was looking for. I had to double check the bag against the key on the side just to confirm exactly what it is that I was doing. It's always ideal to keep the little bag next to you so you know what number you're on. I was feeling quite accomplished at this bit here at how much I'd actually been able to do. It's amazing when you achieve something you set out to put all your mind into. Just making sure they're squished down. They didn't quite feel that they were sticking properly. Again, just squishing them down, making sure they're all there. And of course, Frankie, my little kitty cat. She kept me company. She's such a little sweetheart. My little scaredy cat she is, but look at her. We got her a new cat tree. And she was absolutely loving it. I could watch cats all day long. I just think they're adorable. Look at her loving it. Yes, that is a tie hanging off the side of it as well. It comes with a little pom-pom on the side, and it comes like the tag. I left that on. Oh, look at that little stretch. I left the tag on the side because Frankie likes paper. She absolutely loves it. So we left it on for her. So as well as the pom-pom, she's got the tag of paper there as well, and she's got the tie. She has the time of her life, bless her. Back to the diamond dot. I think she wanted me to go over and give her a little bit of attention. I was a meanie. I was a mean cat mum, and I didn't go over and give her the attention she wanted. Don't worry though, she gets lots and lots and lots of love from us. As I mentioned, I'm not sure whether this is in the right order from last time or whether I've done some other bits, but the final bits where I put the blue on the moon and stuff like that, I didn't add any of that in because I don't know which video that was. Some of it was numbered in order and then other ones weren't, and I just got in an absolute pickle with it. So I left it and I thought, better do this and put this up than nothing. I've also had quite a big issue with my laptop recently. The battery depletes constantly. It's not even old. It's just over a year old. So I'm going to go and get that fixed. I need to get that sent off to get it fixed. So it'll be a little bit of a break from this, but I'll get some recording done with some colouring. I haven't been able to do any of that because I've been waiting on this. It all stacks up. There's always like a massive list of things to do. It's not as easy as just record a video, put it on here, edit it, and put it on YouTube. It's, yeah, play around with other stuff that's troubling. Laptops not holding their charge, and the camera's full of recordings, and I don't know which order that they've been put in, and various different things along the way. I need to get my life in order. It's all part of the fun though, eh? Yeah, I thought it'd be easy enough to mix because I had the blue and I was doing the yellow. I thought it'd be easy enough just to put an extra couple of beads in there and leave the previous ones. Yeah, don't do that. It didn't work. And it really was just a pain in the bum. I don't even know why I thought I should do it. I should strictly stick to the organisations. They are clever, these diamond paintings. They are absolutely brilliant. Ah, dropped another bag of beads. Time to clear them up nice and quickly. Not. You have to pick them up like one by one. You just can't grab a whole handful of them. You have to like stick them onto your finger to put them back into the bag. But yeah, done that quite a few times. Turns out I'm a lot more clumsy than I thought I was actually. Hand-eye coordination isn't quite there. I didn't quite feel comfortable where my tray was either. I moved it to all sorts of different places and it was in the way or too far away, or so I haven't quite worked out where I want that to be comfortable yet either. I do move it around quite a bit. But look at that transformation. Isn't it beautiful? Nice deep colours. Love them. Ah, yes. Frankie decided Zoomies was the time now. Oh, she loves it. Look at her. She's such a dopey moo at times as well. Ah, what's this? I haven't seen this before. Oh, let's get those claws in there. Quick attack. And she's off. Beautiful little thing. They're all so wowed by their tails, aren't they? Always meow at the ceiling, didn't they? Up the walls. I wonder if it's the feedback, the meow that it echoes off of the wall. Silly things, you've got to love them. Anyway, she's done with that. I'm back onto my diamond art. Final pieces now. Just putting the final little colours together. I was on the phone to Mandy throughout a lot of this as well, just having a little chit chat, keep going. This bit here was quite late on in the evening. Kids went back off to their youth club and out with their mates. So I was there doing nothing. I thought instead of doing nothing, we'll go back to the diamond art. So satisfying filling in the last little gaps and making it look all complete. And that was that. Here's a final picture of my completed diamond art. Thought I'd take it and move it so you can see it shine and shimmer and look all pretty. And then just a final picture at the end as well. Hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching.